What is going on, guys? We are back with the start of a brand new series here on the channel, Pokemon Fire Red Omega. I am very excited for this series. This is a series that I've been looking forward to for a minute. You can also see a couple upgrades that we have done here. We now finally have some stuff we can do layout-wise and different things like that. So I'm very, very excited about some of the changes. We are, as you can see, we're playing Pokemon Fire Red Omega. This is a Drayano enhancement of Pokemon Fire Red. Basically, this gives you access to all Pokemon from the first 3 regions of the game. There are some movesets edited, some evolution changes, things like that, stat changes. But it's basically Fire Red for experienced players. With different starter choices and stuff like that. So I'm very, very excited about doing this. Yeah, so this series, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. In the past, we have basically always done like 20, 30-minute episodes. In this series, we are just going to do one gym to the next gym, and that is your episode, right? So whether it be a 30-minute episode, whether it be an hour and a half, whatever, we're going to do what we need to do. And I want to experiment with this and see what you guys think about that format of doing content. And if you guys like it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. And even if you don't like it, you know, leave a comment, let me know. And we'll kind of do what's best for what we all think that we need here. So, this is Fire Red Omega. Our starter choices are going to be the lovely... we already picked up all this stuff. I did already throw in rare candies. So we do have rare candy, so we don't have to worry about the experience, grinding, and stuff like that. So hopefully that will solve some issues right away. But obviously Kanto is a very familiar region. You know, we kind of know where we're going a little bit. So it's really just a matter of doing what we must. So yeah, so right away we're going to get our starter choices. I'm not going to spoil it quite yet. I want you guys to be able to see what our starter choices are. But I'm very excited about all of them. They're very, very fun. The nostalgia on this is real. Holy Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just you forgot that your grandson was even coming. Look at this. Here, Leaf, there are 3 Pokemon here. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, don't fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. So, our first starter choice is Magby, the fire-type Pokemon. We will not be claiming Magby. Our second choice is Smoochum, the ice psychic-type Pokemon. I think this is the most unique pick, honestly. But I think for our purposes, I don't think this is the correct choice either. And thirdly, Elekid. This Pokemon has a lot of flair. Have you decided on the electric type Pokemon, Elekid? Yes. So, here's my logic for it. According to the stat changes and all the different things, Elekid has major boost to its stats. All 3 of these do, really. But Elekid gets Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, like low kick, fighting moves. It gets a lot of really cool things that I think are going to help Elekid end up being a really good choice. All of the important trainers in this game have 6 Pokemon to them. They all have competitive movesets. And so I think having a Pokemon with only 1 weakness and guaranteeing a level up moveset that hits everything in the game neutrally, I think is going to be really, really positive. So that is sort of kind of what I think we're going to be rocking out with. But let's see our little Elekid here. Holding the Oranberry, docile nature, static so that we paralyze on contact. We also are probably going to pick up probably Thunder Wave on this at some point, so we'll have a ton of ways to control speed. And right now we have Quick Attack and Leer. Okay, so not too bad. Oranberry early is really good too. Come on, I'll take you on. Get it. Let's get it. sends out Smoochum. So obviously we don't have Pokeballs yet, so the Nuzlocke doesn't officially start. However, it would be nice to actually pick up a W on this right away. Elekid has decent attack stat in both categories, and Smoochum is notoriously pretty bad on the physical defense side. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to kind of just take advantage of this. Static here would be incredible. Yeah, there's that static. There we go. Now, I think this Smoochum has, like, what is it called? Okay, make that Oranberry pop. Oh, I really would prefer that it didn't, but it's okay. Alright. I think it's just to help you get through that first battle, but I would gladly accept a level 6 Elekid to start off the series. Learned Thunder Shock right away. Now, I do believe that the physical special split is not a thing yet in this game, so I am going to be playing under the assumption that we're playing in the old way. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen them up. Gramp, smell you later. Yeah, that's fine. Do what you must. Do what you must. So I am going to want to take a little bit more time and actually speak to every trainer here. Or every NPC, because there are a lot of things that have been added. I believe, like most other kind of ROM hack stuff, they do a lot of fan service in the sense that they give you a lot of like the popular Pokemon available. So I'm assuming that we're going to end up getting all of the starters from all 3 generations, probably pretty early on in the game. I would suspect Eevee's still readily available. I'm not going to fight this because it has Poison Point. And Poison Sting. I would rather just not deal with that early. And of course, we have the rare candies in the PC still, so just want to make sure that we're still good for that. I don't think there's really any particular level that we need to hit just quite yet. I like to be low enough level that it's not like a problem catching Pokemon, but okay, so Viridian City, we need to go get Pokeballs. The nice part about this is that this opens up and there's actually grass encounters here and things like that. There's a lot of really cool things. Also, I think right after, if you go up here, there's a guy with a fishing rod, like right around here. And then you can get, oh yeah, that guy like right above that house there. He has a fishing rod, so you can get the old rod like really, really early. So I am very excited for that. The other thing that I would love to do before clearing this out is the running shoes need to come so much earlier. Hopefully we'll be able to find them quickly though. Alright, so let's go back and get the Pokeballs for Professor Oak. I think there's a trade in here or something in this game, is there? Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Yeah, we're skipping all this. We're skipping all this. Alright. So let's go get the Pokeballs for Professor Oak and come back. Yep. Perfect. Alright. Cool. So let's go back and give him that. I would like to maybe get to level 7 before we actually get out into the wild and venture off on our own. And then I think I'm going to pick up maybe like, I don't know, 50-ish rare candies maybe. Ooh, a Hoodoo. Now that would be a sick encounter early. Just deal with our ground weakness right away. Yep. And you miss. Oh my god, look at you. Yeah, you'd be a nice little encounter. You'd be a nice little encounter. Okay. I would love to take on more level 4s and level 5s, please. So we've seen a Hoothoot and we've seen a Nidoran. And then we see a Pidgey. Okay, so Pidgeys are still around. Thundershock this. Good to know. Okay, so we have 2 options at electric or flying types here early from what I can see. The other thing that I'm going to do in this series as well is I'm going to treat gift Pokemon, static Pokemon as your encounter if that's what you get. So because we, like, technically we could fish here in Pallet Town, but because we got Elekid here in Pallet Town, I'm going to say that that's our encounter for this area. So we're going to have to choose between gift Pokemon and Pokemon in the wild or gifts. I think that just makes it a little bit more interesting than just being guaranteed like all 9 starters as just options for us. I think it's gonna be a little bit better to be like, okay, we're choosing between this or that, you know? So that's sort of kind of what I would like to accomplish with that. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, you didn't even tell. Whoa, where is my... Oh my... Literally trying to like pull up stuff and I just cannot. Okay. So what I wanted to do... Okay, there we go. There is our counters, trainer levels, big deal here. Okay. I'm starting to pull up all the information that we need. Elekid. Pokeballs, please. And this is a gift. Squad. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So Pokeballs for us. That is what we need. Man, he is so lazy. Trying to retire and just pass it on to the 2 nearest kids he could find. Holy. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Alright. Running shoes now would be just incredible, Mom. Would be just incredible, Mom. Can't get him. Daisy, give me your shit. Go. Okay. So, Route 1. Give me an... Oh, wait. Maybe he's... I'm gonna check just to see if she doesn't give me the running shoes now. We could not be so lucky. Alright. Let me pick up some stuff here, and then we'll head on our merry way. Withdraw. Let's withdraw, like... We probably only like 15, maybe like 25, maybe is what we'll bring. Oh. Okay. And what I'm also going to say is that we can't sell these rare candies for money. That's another thing that I'm going to make sure. If we have rare candies, they are strictly... If we get one in the wild, I would say that maybe we can sell those ones. But, like, we can't sell anything else, is what I'm going to say. Okay, so Route 1. Let's see what we can get here. We get ourselves a Pidgey. Okay. I'm gonna quick attack you. A static here would be lovely. I really don't want to risk a crit here, though. So I think we just try to capture this as it. Okay. Static here would be lovely. There we go. Okay. And that's the other benefit early, like, all the Pokemon are going to attack you physically, probably, and so, like, just the advantage of just being able to, like, get a status condition right away is so good. That's what makes Bulbasaur so good at catching Pokemon, too, right? Okay, so we have a Elekid and we have a Pidgey. Really love that for us early. Okay. So let us go and see what else we can acquire. I think... Okay, level 3 again. I am gonna just Thunder Shock you and get the experience. At least for Pidgey anyways, it's speed EVs that you get out of this, so at the very worst, I'm EV training. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna need to get an encounter here in Viridian City. We're also gonna need to get another encounter in Route 22. The one problem with trying to get, with having Elekid in the lead, though, is all electric-type Pokemon are kind of drawn to static. So it was gonna up our chances at getting that type of Pokemon in the grass. So what I'm gonna try to do here is we're gonna head over to Route 22 first, because there are no there aren't any Pokemon that are electric type in here from what this document says. So let's try to see if we can get something cool here. Okay, we get Hoothoot at level 6. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a level 6, we're just gonna quick attack here. Okay, Foresight is fine. A crit does double damage, so I'm gonna actually chill out on that for a second. The fact that it's level 6, though, it's the same level as Elekid. We might have a lower catch rate because of this. Okay, that is fine with me. So we picked up a Hoothoot. We picked up a Hoothoot. Okay, so 2 flying types early. Not ideal to get 2 of the same, especially with a rock type gym coming up. But we'll have to kind of make do and see what we can do with it. Oh, whoops. Okay, so our level 3 Pidgey is a relaxed nature, so that ups defense, raises speed. And then we have an adamant Hoothoot, which is actually really good for this generation. The only problem is that Hoothoot is not a great physical attacker, but we can't get put to sleep, which is actually pretty good. That actually ends up being a fairly good counter for Brock, because I believe that it's Vulpix has Hypnosis. So if we can actually just avoid being put to sleep altogether, that's a pretty good utility thing to get early. And then I can use this to try to see if we can catch something. So, okay, so let me go here. We're gonna heal up real quick. Okay, so in Viridian City, there's a couple different Pokemon we can get. So I'm gonna try to get some Pokeballs first. I'm gonna put Elekid outside of the front. I'm gonna put Hoothoot in the front. We have 3K already. We're gonna use 1K on Pokeballs. I'm gonna buy 3 antidotes. 3 of you, and then I guess I'll buy another 5 Pokeballs. And that'll cover us off a little bit. I think that's okay enough for now. And then let us lead with our Hoothoot. And let's see what we can catch here in in Viridian City. Do you give me anything? No, you don't. Okay. Would love something that is an electric type. We get Swablu. Okay, so very quickly, we just have straight up 3 flying types. I wonder how good I wonder if they did any stat change to Swablu. That's fine, lower my attack. We're still at a point that a crit doesn't do extra. Okay. Now, this is an Altaria at some point, so it is not bad. Okay. Perfect. So, Swablu here in Viridian City. So, 3 flying type start with a rock type gym coming up. Doesn't sound too great. Obviously doesn't sound too great, but I think Gentle Nature, Viridian, Natural Cure, so heals when you switch out. It has utility, right? It has utility as a Pokemon that can absorb some status inflictments. Again, don't know if it's gonna end up making the team with all flying types, but miss me with a ground type now, though. Like, this Elekid, never getting touched again. Alright, so Route 2. There is a couple of gift Pokemon options, as well as just an encounter in Route 2. From what it looks like. Oh, can you skip this? No, you can't skip it. Okay. So, looking ahead, it looks like Route 2, the gifts are Trico or Torchic. Or we can go through an encounter and potentially pick up a Shroomish, a Poochyena, Hoothoot, Pidgey, Swablu, would all be Dupe's Claw, Zigzagoon, Sentret, or Hoppip. I think Trico is just the strongest pick there, right? We're totally weak to this Rock-type gym at the moment. Having Trico, I think, is pretty important. Okay, so we need to talk to some NPCs and try to find that Trico. Okay, there's the old rod. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So Route 2. Let's make sure that we can avoid some trainers. Yeah, we can avoid all the grass here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, there's Trico. Perfect. It is a gift. Okay, so that works out pretty good. That works out pretty good. Delete this location. Perfect. No nickname to Trico. And Trico is added to the squad. Okay. What else is here? Okay, so we still get an encounter here. Viridian Forest is still another encounter. So what do we have here in Viridian Forest? Caterpie, Weedle, Pidgey, Oddish, Bellsprout, Starskit, Wurmple, Venonat, Pikachu, Metapod, Kakuna, and Pidgeotto. Okay, so a lot of Pokemon here that are option. I would love to be able to avoid... Rico's level 10 already. Okay, Mild Nature has Absorb already too. Yeah, that's just strong. Okay, so Trico is currently our saving grace against this gym. Elekid is probably a close second. Well, sorry, Elekid is probably just a very good Pokemon in general. We'll probably want to keep at least one flying Pokemon. It's currently looking like Hoothoot is that option. It's sort of kind of how it currently looks. Okay. I think you can get a Pokeball up here. Yep, perfect. In terms of Pokemon here, Caterpie feels fine. Caterpie evolves into Butterfree. Butterfree gets like Absorb and stuff pretty early. So I think it's hard to say that that isn't a decent encounter, and that's a crit right away. Again, it's another flying type though. So that's a bit of a problem. Okay. Bit of a problem, but it's okay. We can definitely work with this. Okay, so that makes our team of 6. At least for right now. Rock is level 14 as a level cap. So what I think we should do is take some of our rare candies. And let's get everyone to, like, level 10 maybe. We'll get a couple evolutions off here. This will give me an evolution for Caterpie. All the way into Butterfree. And I think that's a pretty decent spot to be at. Don't need perfect, we can just bring our team up to level 10, figure some stuff out. Obviously, there's moveset changes, there's stat changes that I don't really know. So trying to sort of kind of keep that is going to be a big deal. Alright. 9, and then level 10 will give us our evolution. Now I'm just getting spam messages. Can we not? Alright, we're good. Okay, second evolution here into Butterfree. Feels good. I think we get Mega Drain, like, or not Giga Drain, but we get Absorb, like, right away. I don't know that Absorb on Butterfree is just straight up stronger, but at least it's a backup option to Trico that I'm probably a little bit more okay getting rid of if we had to. We get Confusion right away out of it. We don't get Absorb. Alright. Well, that's a thing. Okay, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Being level 10 also just helps get to some of the trainers here early as well. Without being so high up that it's, like, impossible to deal with. I'd also like to see if somebody gets a move that, like, I'm not expecting. Astonish. I think Astonish is something it gets normally. I don't think that's special. When does Swablu evolve into Altaria, though? Like, 30 something? But that is a dragon type for me, though. Which is interesting, right? Getting a dragon type around Erica is pretty good. Might not be the best, but it's good, you know? I think at level 9, Pidgey also gets, like, wing attack and stuff like that, so also important milestone to hit here. Because I'm gonna kind of have to use stats a lot more than in previous games to figure out what the best Pokemon is for us. I only have 5 left. Man, we really just brought what we needed here, huh? The math was on point when I said 25. Oof. Alright, so level 10 for everybody is good with me. Impish nature on this Butterfree. We get Confusion, which gives us, I guess, fighting type coverage. Doesn't really do anything for me at the moment, but base stat wise, this is probably our strongest Pokemon by a lot. Right? 19 special attack. Trico already has 22. Actually, Elekid's our strongest still by like a decent amount. Okay. So that's fine. We can kind of mess around with this, but this Adamant... Okay, Elekid's still our strongest. We'll mess around with this for a little bit longer. Okay. And the running shoes are going to be godsend when we get them. Oh my goodness. Like, I keep pressing the run button and just nothing happens. But I feel like if I don't press the run button, then I'm going to start pressing the speed up button, and I don't really want to do that. Okay. Okay, so there's another Caterpie. That's fine. Now we're going to avoid wild Pokemon. We'll just deal with trainers. But this is a whole bug area. Maybe I should be leading with the flying types that I'm just never going to use. Okay, Pidgey gets Gust. Swablu gets Peck. 13, 14... 13, but there's no flying moves. Yeah, we'll leave Pidgey. It's fine. Alright. I would like to pick up some money, too. Money's a big deal. Alright, there's Weedle. Level 7. Okay, so we're in a good spot. High enough that it's not really a problem. Low enough that we can make some money. Love this. Okay, since our Caterpie. I want to avoid that rival fight on Route 22, though. That is just a recipe for asking to just get wrecked. And Pidgey, I think, has really fast experience gain, so I think we'll have to probably still go to Swablu at some point here as well. Which is fine with me. But money is the main priority here. Gust. I don't think Gust makes contact either, which I think is a big deal. It might, though. It might. I think is it Gen 3 that just all physical moves make contact? Like, just if you're a normal type, you make contact? I don't know if that's the case or not. Alright, Pokemon number 2 sends out a Silcoon. I could probably switch train on this. Is there a reason to switch train on this? Probably not. But I'm gonna do it anyways. We just have to deal with Harden. Alright, actually, yeah. I'm gonna speed up against the hardening. Okay, yeah. That's what we'll switch train on. Okay, Cascoon here. Actually, we're doing some decent damage, so that's okay. Alright. There we go. Appreciate that. Okay, antidote up here. Alright, let's go. Okay, Metapod here. We're gonna switch train to Swablu. Oops. Heck. Okay. No reason to be doing anything there. And then sends up Kakuna. Oh, you actually attacked me. I guess he was a threat. Okay. So they actually had other moves. Got it. Noted. Although Swablu, you can already tell the difference between Swablu and Pidgey switch training, though. Holy. Okay. Hey, Weedle. Okay. Did you know the Pokemon evolve? Yes, we've already had 2 evolutions. Okay, there's Venonat. Dust here. That was a crit. Oof. Surskit. Perfect. And Ninkata is the last one. Okay. 3 pretty easy fights for Pidgey here. Scratch. And that will take care of you. Alright. And 14 is the level cap that I said, I think. So, still got a little bit of ways to go. Obviously, a Pokemon they don't use in the gym, it's fine if it's overleveled, but would prefer not to. Okay, so there's an item down here. Yeah, potion. And then one more trainer, and then I believe it's where you get the gift Torchic. However, Torchic we won't be able to pick up because we've already picked up Butterfree in Meridian Forest, and we've also already and I don't think Route 3 starts until after Pewter City, so I think that it's, like, not an option. Harris. You're times 4 weak, brother. Brother, you're 4 times weak. Nope. Okay, 13. Quick attack at 13 as well. Alright. Feels good. But all that money is money that you can never. See, here's the thing. Is this considered Meridian So you have Viridian Forest here, right? What is this considered? I'm assuming it goes back to this area being Route 2, but I don't know. I assumed it was Route 2, but it's possible that it isn't. Okay, someone here gives you a Mudkip. Someone here gives us a Mudkip, and I would appreciate a Mudkip very much. I will take a Mudkip. Okay, so Mudkip is definitely our encounter here. Mudkip is also pretty huge, just from the perspective of... like, Mudkip being super, super valuable here. It's a water type, which happens to also be super effective against Brock. So Mudkip, get added to the squad. What is the weakest one that I think right now that we have? It's probably Pidgey. It's probably Pidgey. Swablu at least has Natural Cure. I think that's how I have to view it. Alright, heal up. And then... okay. So, if that's how I have to view it... everybody's level 10, right? So, I need... 4 times 6, so 24? Although I probably need a little bit less than that, just so that I have the ability to, get some wild Pokemon. Or, not some wild Pokemon, some, experience in this gym. Someone offers you a trade here, too, right? Oh, someone just talks about a trade. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Do I need more potions moving forward, though? I don't think so. I think I'm probably fine with what I got. Because I already have 11, I already have 5, and I have 4, 3. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna probably need repels, though, at some point, but that is not a right now problem. That is certainly not a right now problem. I definitely need cash, though, so I am gonna have to make sure that I do the battles that I need to do here. Okay, so who do I want to be leading with? Probably Trico or Mudkip. Mudkip is a lonely nature, which I think ups attack and lowers defense or something like that. But Torrent, we have Mud. So we're doing something like that. You... Butterfree also isn't very good here, but at least Butterfree has the... it might learn a move the next couple levels, but not having a stab move and having that is kind of a problem. Let's go to level 12. We'll just go to level 12. Karate Chop on Elekid is huge. Okay, Sing on Swablu gives me an out. Peck on Hoot Hoot is a big deal. Quick Attack on Trico. Okay. I don't want to go too much higher just in case the levels change. But who is... okay, so Brock is going to lead with the Geodude. He has Ammonite, Kabuto, Vulpix, Rhyhorn, and Onix. Low-key, Trico should run through this gym. Trico should absolutely annihilate this gym. But I need to get it some levels. I wonder if the trainer has 6 Pokemon too. Probably not, right? I'm gonna get 1 level here and just find out. We're just gonna find out. I would like to get 14 and get as high as possible though. And try to make 3 Pokemon here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go... I really don't want to switch though. Let's absorb here and see how much we do. That's a decent amount still. Headbutt is a problem. Headbutting is a problem. That's a lot of damage. Okay, tackle is significantly less damage. I appreciate that. Okay, Mud Slap accuracy drops. Kind of a big deal, but maybe this Aeron just gives me enough experience that it doesn't really matter, and I'm fine with this. As long as I get to level 14 here, it shouldn't matter. Okay, 200 experience. Then a Sandshrew comes out. The Sandshrew might have Poison Sting, though. That's super effective, though. I will accept that. Okay, Defense Curl, you're not a threat. Got it. Okay. So Sandshrew here. Go. $198. And then Nose Pass. How much experience do we think a level 12 Nose Pass gives? It can't be that much, right? I guess what I should say is that there's no way that it's enough that I just don't have a shot, right? I guess I'll look. If Trico... You are 371 experience from leveling up. We're gonna say it doesn't give 371 experience. $277. I can work with that. Okay. So that's not bad. Top of level 14. Okay. Top of level 14 there. So I'm okay with that. I truly am. Give me up. Okay, so everybody else needs to get level 14 right now. Poison Powder is good. We'll get rid of Harden. Stun Spore is good. We'll get rid of String Shot. Okay. So I like that. That all feels pretty good. How much experience do you need left? 94. Okay, let's work on Mudkip for like 30 seconds here. See if we can get Mudkip kind of close to level cap 2. And if we can get Mudkip close to level cap, that is pretty good. I'm gonna go down here though. That's 40. Okay, that's 52. Okay, 42 is... Okay, so yeah, so we can't switch train Trico anymore. But Mudkip has 383 experience that we can go to. So I will do that. We'll run from you. How far are you away now? 124. We're now 38. Okay, so that's probably the cap that I can go to here in terms of training. I think Trico is just always the best lead here, right? There is no real scenario. Do I need to save Trico for anything? Probably not. Yeah, because I need to be careful on Mudkip. I mean, Mudkip's still only just water types though, right? Yeah. But who has the better stats? Definitely Trico. 29 special attack. The thing is that this Geodude is going to pretty much guarantee bring in Vulpix. And then I have to deal with Ember and Substitute, which is like a real problem. And I don't know if there's a way around it. If I lead Mudkip, then it's probably going to bring Kabuto. Kabuto, in theory, isn't really a problem. But then I have to deal with... Kabuto isn't really a problem, but then I have to deal with potentially speed drops. Speed drops are not a big deal. So maybe it's lead Mudkip. Make it go to Kabuto. It doesn't really matter. Like, I still have the same situation anyways, right? This Rhyhorn also allegedly has Flamethrower. Which is a bit of a joke. Okay, so we're gonna lead... I guess we lead Trico. I guess we just do it. We're gonna lead Trico. See what's good. And hopefully I don't get wrecked. Obviously, we don't have the best team to deal with everything, but we have a decent team to deal with a lot of things. So this is our squad. Trico, Elekid, Swablu, Hoothoot, Mudkip, and Butterfree. I think if we have any shot at this, it's probably these three that are going to be able to go for Karate Chop and things like that and kind of get us out of the situation that we're in. I think that's probably what's going to end up having to happen. But Karate Chop's super effective. That's a thing. Oh boy. Okay. Brock. Being level 15 though is also a big deal. Okay, come on, let's get it. Okay, here's Geodude. Okay. So, Tackle, Defense Curl, Rock Tomb, Mud Sport. None of those moves are particularly scary. Has Rock Head and not Sturdy. So this should just KO. This should put us at level 15, which instantaneously gives us an advantage. Okay. I am assuming that this is going to bring in Vulpix pretty much right away. Brings in Rhyhorn. Now you're ×4 weak. You're ×4 weak. This is maybe an opportunity to switch into... Actually, I think this is a pretty safe opportunity to switch into Mudkip here. Because I'll take a Flamethrower. Rock Tomb. Okay, that's fine. Mudkip was already kind of slow anyways. I also get a level out of this as well, which maybe affects something. There's that Flamethrower. Okay, we eat that up. We eat that up. We get the level ourselves. I think this scares away a Vulpix coming in. Must learn Bide. No. Although I did lose half my health. Kabuto has Absorb. Has Absorb. Bring in Trico. I also get my speed back, which maybe helps out in a situation. Water Gun, perfect. Absorb here. ×4. Give me that sweet nectar. There we go. Okay. That brings me back to full. Okay. This is probably Vulpix now. Vulpix is a bit of a problem. If it goes for Substitute, I'm in a lot of trouble. Substitute's a lot of problems for me. Okay. Hoot has Insomnia, so I can't get Hypnosis. And Swablu can also switch around. But I also need to figure out a way to do damage before it sets up a Substitute, and it's just a massive problem to deal with. I'm assuming it's gonna go for Ember because it sees the clear path to damage, right? Okay, we're gonna go Mudkip here. Hypnosis. Okay. That really sucks. That really sucks. But if you're just gonna go for that, I'm gonna try to wake up and go for... Come on. Wake up after this turn and go for Mud Slap. There's a Substitute. Okay. Technically, I have a stronger physical attack. Technically. That does break through sub. I'm gonna need to get through... Okay, Ember, yes, Ember, that's a crit. But this Mud Slap is huge because the Mud Slap lowers the accuracy, makes Hypnosis a little bit worse. Okay. I think the play here has got to be... I think it's gotta be Swablu. Bring in Swablu. Okay, sweet. I don't know that I'm faster. Okay. Natural Cure is fine, though. Natural Cure is fine. I think you're also low enough that you can't, We're gonna do this. That's a crit again. That's a crit burn. Okay, that is huge, actually. That is a pretty big deal. Okay, Swablu. You have better special defense. We peck here. Lands another Hypnosis, so this Mud Slap didn't do anything. We're just switching around, though. We're not really doing anything of particular value. Although you're burned, you can't go to sleep again. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to keep playing this out. Okay, Confuse Ray, fine. Swablu. Okay, so... no burn. Okay. Heck. Gets another Hypnosis. Okay. Yeah, I can't keep having Swablu take this damage. I need to just land a hit. So Hoot Hoot come back out again. I'm gonna take burn damage again, unfortunately. It's probably the last time I can actually do this. But you haven't missed a move after going for Mud Slap. Okay, Swablu again. Finally misses a move, but it's Ember that it misses and not Hypnosis. Lands another Hypnosis. Okay. This is the most accurate Vulpix I've ever seen in my life. Okay, who's my next switch into this? Elekid, maybe? Okay, Elekid's the next switch. Elekid might be faster, too. Elekid is faster. Doesn't quite KO. The other really annoying part about this is that you actually have 3 healing items. And I think I just put you in range. Yeah, I just put you in range of a Super Potion. So that was probably worst case scenario. Okay, wakes up, goes for Thundershock again. I would love it if that could get a paralysis. There we go. Okay. That changes everything. That's another Hypnosis. Okay. Yeah, I think Trico comes in on the rest of this stuff all pretty nicely. So I think I'm allowed to just kind of let this happen. Obviously, it depends on how much Ember does. I'm doing a ton. As long as it doesn't get crits, I'm probably okay. Misses another move. Huge. Huge. Just that little bit of damage, just so... Okay, there's the thing that's annoying. I don't want to reset too much. Okay, I'm asleep anyways. I don't want to reset sleep turns. Okay, please land this. There we go, Elekid. There we go, buddy. And Vulpix is down. Okay. So the rest of the way, Ammonite. Okay. We're gonna go Trico here. Mud Slap's annoying. Rock Tomb's annoying. Rock Tomb it is. Okay. Speed Drop is annoying, but not detrimental. Absorb here. Basically, get back up to full. Yummy! Okay, we're good. We're good. There's no way this Onyx... This Onyx has Dragon Breath, which can be super annoying. But now we're 2 levels above. I don't want to pursue. At least I think early it's probably better. Like, I don't care about Quick Attack and Pound, so probably Pound is okay to get rid of. Okay, Pursue. Okay. And last Pokemon is Onyx, times 4 weak to Grass, Absorb. His move's Swagger. He's faster than me? There's no way. I need to land this. This has to land. Trico? Okay. Here's the real question. What does this go for? Rock Tomb crushes my team. So who do I think is the most sackable here? In a worst case scenario, I get my speed back too. So Trico will be able to probably outspeed this Onyx next time around. It's probably Butterfree, right? Butterfree is good against Erica, but I'm literally staring at like 3 Pokemon that are good against Erica otherwise too. I mean, does Hoot Hoot do anything crazy? Hoot might be the one. Butterfree at least gets status. Hoot is a physical attacker that doesn't have a great physical stat line. Alright, we're gonna say Hoot. As much as I like Hoot personally the best. Yeah, this thing's almost a dragon. Wait, for real? Yeah, let's not deal with that. I need to switch. So Hoot is down. Unfortunately, we lose Hoot. Rock. On it. Okay. Bring in Trico. Outspeed. Finish this gym off. Doesn't KO either. Oh my goodness. Okay. Rock Tomb, and the speed drop happens here. Now, he outsped me last time, but I do enough damage here that the Citrus Berry shouldn't matter. Oh, that's all the way back. Oh, gets another swagger off. There's no way. There's no way you're playing this game. So I can do this twice? Land once. Okay, I can't do that. Trico is literally our win condition, and I can't switch in Mudkip. So there's a second Pokemon we gotta get rid of here. Swablu evolves into a dragon. A dragon dancing dragon. It's gotta be Butterfree. It's gotta be Butterfree. Oh my god, you missed the Rock Tomb. Okay. Real legends here go for Stun Spore and guarantee the outspeed, right? He outsped me anyways. Never mind. Alright, well, now knowing that it outsped regardless, I guess it's fine. Okay, Trico, one more time, buddy. One more time. Rock. This Onix has claimed 2 Pokemon already in this series. What is happening? Trico! Absorb, buddy. And then I get a high roll, or was that a crit? What was that? Did I just get low rolled twice? Is that really what happened? We could have one-shot this thing with just a high roll. For real. For real. That's really what we're doing. Wow, that's crazy. That is insanity. That's what happens. Too early like that? Man. Alright. Alright. That's off to Brock. That's insane to me. That is wild. That is wild behavior. That is wild behavior. That is not a thing. Fury Cutter. I mean, probably, right? Grows strong with each successive hit, but it's 10 damage. Probably don't need Leer, right? The rest of this moveset is dark, or probably don't need. Am I ever gonna click Fury Cutter though? Fury Cutter is good against. Oh, my headphones. What? Okay. So Fury Cutter is good against. Grass the only advantage. I probably don't need Fury Cutter. So we're gonna skip on Fury Cutter. I don't know if I'm gonna regret that. Okay, there's Rock Tomb. Here's Rock Tomb. Okay. What a crazy situation early, though. Alright, so we're gonna have to add... We're gonna have to add it back. We're gonna have to add our... That's crazy. Okay, so Butterfree and Hoot Hoot were kind of both just extras, right? Like, Butterfree... The status conditions were good. We're gonna need to rename this. Holy. Death Box. And we are adding ourselves Hoot Hoot. And we are adding ourselves Butterfree. Because we had to bring 2 flying types into a rock type gym to start. So we're gonna add our Pidgey back. We still have 2 flying types at the end of all of it. But I do feel like we kept the strongest team members, right? Like, long-term, Butterfree is probably a Sackmon, right? Most likely. Long-term, in a game without the physical special split, I think Noctowl was also going to end up being a Sack. Where at least Pidgeotto and Pidgeot are like physical attackers, you know? And Swablu at least gets Dragon Dance. We can live with Dragon being special, but like, it can do other things, you know? So I think this is still just the best possible group that we could have moved forward with, so I'm fairly okay with it. But obviously losing 2 Pokemon is a little annoying. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is wrap up today's episode right here. So thanks everyone for watching. Click like if you liked the video, subscribe if you really liked it, and again, once again, let me know. Longer episodes, maybe less per week, but longer episodes. And the layout. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this with the green screen that I have now, or do you want me to go back to like a little box and have a thing? So, anyways, we're gonna have today's episode right here. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you guys